Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Verdita Monk. I'm checking in from the great city of Atlanta, Georgia. And we are so excited to have you on the call tonight because you are really going to be, your life is going to be changed forever when you hear the information that we're going to share. And someone really thought enough of you and thought a lot of you to invite you to this call. We're going to share some information that is just phenomenal in our opinion. It is life-changing, and it has everything to do with a tiny little patch about the size of a quarter and as thin as a Band-Aid. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this patch before we really get into some deep information. But here's how we're going to get started. You may have been patched already. I don't know. If you've not been patched, you're going to want to be patched by the time you get off of this call, because this patch literally will elevate everything about you, everything about the cells in your body. It's going to reactivate stem cells that are in your body, and it's going to regenerate your whole energy of your body. Let me tell you something about this little bitty patch. It is the reason you may be interested in patching yourself is because most people who have issues with their body, whether it's pain, whether it's some type of, disease that they're dealing with, and doctors no longer have any solutions for them, they normally will sometimes turn to something called stem cell injections. Now, the issue with stem cell injections is that they're very expensive. They're not, the insurance is not covered by, it doesn't cover by insurance. And it may not work. Maybe 30% of the time it doesn't even work. But what is the reason all this is happening is because by the time we get to be age 30, half of our stem cells are gone. And that's why when we're younger, we have all this energy, our body heals faster. But by the time we get to be age 60, almost all of our stem cells, about 90% of them, become dormant. And this is why people rely on other ways to regenerate their body. And so that's what we're going to be talking about tonight, a way that you could regenerate your body and make you feel younger. Now, I want to introduce you to someone who's really the person behind all of this. His name is Mr. David Schmidt. He happens to be the CEO and the inventor of this patch. This gentleman he's a CEO of a company called LifeWave and the inventor of the patch. And he has over 180 patents. That's right there. It's just amazing because most people don't even have one patent. It all started back about 20 years ago when the federal government commissioned him to come up with a patch or some type of technology that would help the Navy SEALs in a new project that they were starting. And it took him 3 years, and he came up with something called an energy patch. It was a phenomenal, it was a great success. And then back in 2008, he started focusing his energy on stem cell research. Now, he'd been working on other patches. That's the reason he has over 180 patents. But it wasn't until a few years ago, 10 years of research on this one piece patch that he considers his masterpiece. And so he started specializing in age reversing. It took about $4.5 million to bring this to market, and it has really been a big success. Now, this technology is patented, meaning LifeWave is the only company that can market this product for the next 17 years. I want to read you something directly from the patent itself, and it says embodiments. As a result of elevating copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, and elevation of antioxidants. See, when you are able to elevate copper peptides, it was proven years ago by a scientist by the name of Dr. Lauren Picard, that if you elevate the copper peptides, it will reactivate the stem cells. The problem was that no one could do it until David Schmidt came along. This is why it took him 10 years. And on top of that, he's just brilliant. He was determined to figure out a way to elevate our copper peptides. Here's how it works. When you put the patch on your body, the light of your body reflects off of the crystals that are right in the center of this patch. There are crystals like amino acids and salts and sugars in this patch in the center. So no embryos, none of your cells, nothing besides crystals are in the middle of this patch. So when you put it on your body anywhere, it will elevate the copper peptides because it's a process called photobiomodulation. It elevates those copper peptides, in turn, reactivating your stem cells. Now that right there is like a phenomenon. They said no one could do it. So I hope you understand the magnitude of what we have our hands on. This is so important. We're going to try to make it crystal clear to you tonight why this is so important. Now, how does this work? Well, it's a proprietary form of phototherapy. And let me just kind of give you an example so you can relate to what I'm talking about. Phototherapy as well as photobiomodulation. When you go out into the sun, they say, it is said that the sun elevates your vitamin D. There's no vitamin D floating around in the air. It's nothing, no vitamin D is deposited into your body. It's just a process. It's just amazing. And so what happens with our bodies when we put this patch on, it's going to increase the flow of energy. That process is going to increase the flow of energy into our cells. And the byproduct of that is it is going to reactivate our stem cells, long-term reverse our aging. And so this is a patented, as I said, a patented nanocrystal technology. It reflects light to activate, non-transdermal. So nothing is going into the body, no drugs or chemicals or stimulants. You know, a lot of people who are very conscientious about their health, they don't like to use drugs and stimulants and things like that. This is why this is so beautiful. There's nothing going into your body. It cannot compete with medication. Although we highly recommend, if you're on some type of medical regimen, that you let you advise your doctor, inform your doctor. And what may happen is what has happened to so many physicians that are on our team. They are going to be intrigued by it, more than likely, and going to say, how can I get some of that? I hoped to have had a physician on the phone with me tonight. I'm on this call tonight, but you know how busy they are. She was not able to get on here. So it's non-invasive. It doesn't hurt anything. And so this is a beautiful thing, you guys. Now, let me tell you some of the benefits that you might experience, and many people have experienced with this technology. It may increase your strength. You know, people are talking about, I heard about an 83-year-old woman earlier today who can do, she was, oh gosh, really in bad shape, but now she can do squats. She's running. She's doing all this stuff that she could not even do before wearing the patch. Reduced inflammation. You know, how many of you know that inflammation is normally the culprit of many of the illnesses in our body? But the reason inflammation occurs is because the body is really trying to protect us so that whatever is ailing us, the body can heal itself. The problem is that since we don't have enough stem cells in our body, the inflammation doesn't go away. And this is why we have to have something else. In this case, the patch is going to will probably reduce that inflammation in many instances. Increased stamina, energy, and vitality. I'm telling you, we're like little rabbits running around here because we got so much energy and vitality. Mental clarity is off the chain. Restores the muscular and the skeletal system. You know, as we age, our bones are less dense, and so osteoporosis kicks in. Improves sleep. Let me tell you about me and my husband, how we even heard about this. When we heard about this, the first night I slept like a baby. It was a very, very different type sleep. I did not anticipate it. And what happened with my husband is he was one of those chronic snorers, choking and coughing all night long. This went on for about 10 years. I could not tolerate it, to the extent that about 3 months before, before we started using this patch last November, I started having to literally have him go upstairs because I could not get any sleep at night. But this particular night, and I know what night it was because we were in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, visiting his parents, and he did not snore at all. That was November 11th of last year, and he has not snored since, you guys. And that's what we mean by improving the sleep. There's a lot of issues that people have with sleep. Improved skin appearance. You're going to start noticing, we've noticed so many people whose skin becomes brighter and the collagen is elevated. Guess what? Those wrinkles are going away. So what our objective is to achieve optimal health, you guys, and put you in a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Now, these products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. All we're saying is this technology can reboot your body. It's rebooting your body, and the body heals itself. End of story. That's how it happens. Now, we had over 80 case studies. Remember, it took 10 years of research to develop this patch. And in those 10 years, there were 80 case studies. And let me tell you what literally happened in the first few days. Over 4,000 genes began to reset. Do you know how significant that is? And I know you've heard of when you drink red wine, there's something in it called resveratrol. Resveratrol is supposed to, said to help with the heart and make you live longer and all this kind of stuff. Well, with this technology and with the resveratrol, by the way, only 2 genes, they say only 2 genes are reset. But how about the fact that we get 4,000 genes reset with this? That's a big difference. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced. When you have issues like, dementia, PTSD, anxiety, and things like that, depression, and I'm telling you, it's running rampant today. So within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced. Those issues are happening because people's brains are not balanced. They literally have inflammation in their brains. Within 3 months, the collagen began to increase in these people in this case study. That's why their skin started getting more supple, just softer, and all those kinds of things. People's hair started growing back, different things like that. Within 6 months, the heart reverses in age, you guys. This right here is incredible. Do you know that every 6 months that you wear this patch, this is what they're saying, the heart reverses by 8 years. So I met a lady in Atlanta about a year ago, literally about 11 months ago. And she shared with us that she was about 73 years old, and she had been wearing the patch for 2.5 years, because the patch is 3 years old now. And she had been wearing it for 2.5 years. And she went to take this test that measures your vascular age. And they came back and said, well, your vascular age is 35. Something is wrong with the machine. And she said, no, nothing's wrong with the machine. I wear this patch and it's reversing my age. Her heart was literally measured at 35 years old, and she'd only been, do you see what I'm saying? So there's 5 increments, it's 5 increments of 8 years in a 2.5 year period of time. 5 times 8 is 40 years. She was 73, so it reversed her age down to 35. That's, do the math, okay? This is huge. Now, it's not anti-aging, guys. It is literally age reversing. This is what we're trying to get across to you, because the cells in your body, they begin to reverse in age and get younger. You're getting younger cells. Now, how do you wear the patch? Very simple. You really wear it anywhere on your body, but this diagram reflects where they put the patch on during those case studies, which was in these 2 locations, behind the neck on the C7 vertebrae, or below the belly button. But you can literally put it wherever you want. You're going to wear the patch 12 hours on and 12 hours off. I put mine right by my toothbrush. I have this little package here, and it's 30 patches coming here. So it's like brushing your teeth every day. I put it right by my toothbrush. 8 o'clock in the morning, I brush my teeth most of the time. Most of the time it's at 8 or 7:30 or something like that. And then 12 hours later, I take it off and let your body repair and rejuvenate. Then you're going to throw it away, put a new patch on, and repeat it. And you can wear more than 1 patch at a time, but you don't have to. But here's what's very important. You want to drink plenty of water. See, we're talking about energy flowing in your body, and it's going to flow better, more efficiently if you're hydrated. If you're not well hydrated, highly encourage you to get some electrolytes in your body, because you want the patch to you want to maximize the benefits of this patch. So you probably already noticed how sophisticated this patch is. But you know what? It's very simple to explain. I'm going to tell you how simple this is to explain. I couldn't do it better than the people I'm about to introduce you to, because these people have literally had an experience, a phenomenal experience with this patch. And I'm going to let them tell you for themselves. So the first person I'm going to ask to come on, share your video and tell your wonderful testimony, Miss Felicia Morris. Can you come online and share your testimony with everyone?
There we go.
Hi there.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, can you see me? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
I can.
So welcome everyone. So I am about at the 3-month mark. And how I found out about this is from Verdita's sister, Juanita, who is also here this evening. And I was about to spend $15,000 to do stem cell injections because I have arthritis. Oh, well, I have a condition in both hips and one knee. And I really don't want to get a hip replacement. I wanted to try everything possible to keep from having that done. So I called Juanita because she told me about before I did the injections to check this out. And so she told me all about it. And I was like, I love the fact that I'm not putting anything into my body, that it's my own body that's, generating the healing principles. And then I held my breath like, okay, how much is it? And when I found out that it was only going to cost me like $150 to even start, I was like, where are you? I like went that day and got the patches. So been doing it for 3 months. And the second night, when I woke up in the morning, I was like, wow, that was really different because I have dealt with poor sleep habits for like most of my life. And I could just tell it was something really different about that sleep. And I had started tracking my sleep on my Apple Watch. And I would, on a regular basis, I would record that I would have somewhere between an hour and a half to 2 hours of an 8-hour period would be awake time. And then my deep sleep number would be somewhere around 10 to 15 minutes. And within a week of taking the patch, my awake numbers reduced to about 23 minutes, and my deep sleep numbers went into the range of about an hour. And the difference that that's made in my mental clarity, I like go through the afternoon without having to go take a nap. And I was reliable for taking a nap at least once, maybe twice a day. So that alone was worth every bit of the the trial. But then about 10 days in, this inflammation that I've had in my ankle, and I've had acupuncturists, chiropractors, massage therapists, doctors look at it, and they're all like, well, it's really not causing any problem. But it was about a 2-inch bubble of inflammation around my ankle. And on the 10th day, I just looked out and it was just gone. I didn't notice, it just was not there anymore. And I've been able to go to Zumba 5 days a week at least. And the pain in my knee and my left hip has completely disappeared. The pain in my right hip, which has advanced issues, is down about 50%. And now that I'm hitting that 3-month mark and it's feeling so much better, I really think I may be averting having to have hip replacement. So, hey, I just love it. Got my little clock set up 12:30 each day after Zumba. I put it on 12:30 at night before I go to sleep, take it off. And I love it. I don't ever see myself not doing this.
Wow. You saved a whole lot of money too, didn't you, Felicia?
I'll tell you what, it didn't take me long to do the math. Let's see, 15,000 versus about 100, a month. I could do this for a very long time.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Felicia, for that powerful testimony. So what you all just heard is that here's a person that has tried every kind of doctor. She's exhausted all of her options, and she was able to resolve that situation her goal was to resolve that situation in just a matter of days and sleeping like she's never slept in years. So thank you so much, Felicia, for sharing that powerful testimony. You can
Thanks for
stop
the
your video
opportunity to
now.
share, Verdita.
Thank you. Okay, so the next person that I want to bring on who is has an amazing testimony, and you're going to be blown away by what she has to share with us. Her name is Catherine Finley. She is out of the Dallas area. Catherine, can you come on, please?
Hello. Hi, Venita. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Listen, lady, I want to personally thank you and give it back up to you for just always an awesome, incredible testimonial. And ladies and gentlemen, my name is Catherine Finley. As Vernita has already said, my husband and I reside in DeSoto, Texas. And I am really honored to be able to share my testimonial with you. Now, unlike Felicia, my husband and I personally have been on the product. We're going on this is our 10th month. And 10 months ago, we were introduced to this product, to the X39 product, by a very dear friend of ours. This gentleman ran into my husband at the grocery store, and they had a conversation. And what was so intriguing about the conversation that he had with my husband came back home, and it was two words. It was stem cell. Well, a little bit about my journey as it relates to the challenges that I have been having since 2014. I've been having challenges in my knee, and every 6 months since 2014, I would go to this center where there were trained physicians. And these trained physicians, what they would do is they would inject this gel in my knees, my left knee and my right knee, by the way, which are still bone on bone. Now, prior to this X39 patch, I would go to this center, this specialized center. The gel injections helped. They kept me from having to have knee surgery. And to this day, I still have not had to have any type of knee surgery. Started this patch in January of this year. A day and a half, that discomfort, that challenge in my knee where I couldn't even bend my left knee. That discomfort and that challenge in my knee went from a 10 to a 3 or 4. The next couple of days, ladies and gentlemen, pain-free. And to this day, my pain in my knee, I have absolutely no pain in my knee. Now, the crazy thing about it, I couldn't bend the knee. Our bedroom is upstairs, and I'm going, who in the world buys a home and your master bedroom is upstairs? My husband and I'm telling you, this product has really and truly been life-changing. I did make a visit back to this specialized center about 2 months ago. United Healthcare, who, by the way, would not pay for stem cell injections. They paid for the gel injections all these years, but they wouldn't pay for the stem cell injections. United Healthcare wanted me to go back and just get a checkup. And when I went back, and they had me to do the exercises as physical therapy there. They also did some x-rays. And at the end of all of that, they said, Miss Finley, you're not in any pain. I said, no, I am not in any pain. They said to me, you don't need any injections. And I said to them, you don't have to tell me. I know I don't need any injections. So we've been on the product 10 months, and you guys are talking about mental clarity. My husband even said to me just a few days ago, he said, have you noticed how much calmer you are? I'm telling you, we've been told for every decade you are. That's how long you wear the patch. You're looking at a 77-year-old woman. And I'm telling you, people are asking me, what in the world are you doing? And the only thing that I've done different these last 10 months has been using this X39 patch, including my hair is thicker. I mean, I could go on and on. But in closing, Vernita, I would just like to say, These patches are not intended to diagnose, they're not intended to treat, to cure, to medicate, or to prevent any disease or medical condition. As you've already stated, nothing in this patch is going to heal, nothing in this patch treats or medicate, it's drug-free. This patch allows our body to repair and rebuild and renew themselves. And for those people that know us, my husband and I have this motto, and we say this: we are patching for life. Thanks, Verdita, for allowing me to share my testimony this evening. Thank you.
But thank you so much, Catherine, first of all, for making that clear. You know, this patch doesn't heal anything. And also, I want to let everybody know my name is Verdita. There's another person on our team named Verdita, and they get us confused all the time. But my name is Verdita. Thank you. All right. And I have one more person that I would like to come on. I know I think I kind of inconvenienced him, but I could not let tonight go by without allowing you to hear from this gentleman, because he personifies, you know, what this patch is doing, the way this, I mean, all three of them, of course, but this person just, his testimony just really touches my heart. So Mr. Jeffrey Payton, I know he's up in Cleveland tonight because he's normally from in Atlanta, Georgia. But Jeffrey, please come on and share your powerful testimony.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Verdita, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. You can see me as well?
Yes, I can.
All right. Fantastic. Well, thanks for allowing me to testify, give my testimony this evening. First of all, I want to say ditto to all the benefits that this product has, that you described in the product, and its benefits. I've received all those benefits up to this point, but there are a few extras that have caused me to have overwhelming success with my health. One being, one of the challenges that I've had is that I have had really crazy high spikes in my blood sugar numbers. And because of that, you know, I've had to take high doses of medications 5 times a day, and you know, on a sliding scale. So it's been very difficult to get those numbers under control. But at the same time, I had very high A1C numbers. Now, my A1C at the time since the time I've been struggling with my glucose numbers, it's been about 10 years, but it's been about, my glucose has been like 12.1, super high. And the first thing I've noticed, just on that subject alone, the first thing I noticed after my good friend Reggie Stewart patched me up was that my glucose numbers came within my range. And my range is a low 75 and a high 250. And I noticed that, you know, I didn't have that cloudiness, that dopiness, that real out of sorts feeling that, you know, that high glucose numbers bring. So that's one of the benefits. And then on top of that, my A1C went from 12.1 to 8.1 currently. So those numbers are moving in the right direction. Now, the second thing that I noticed after my patch experience, well, let me put it like this: I had I had heart issues, I had neurological issues. I suffered with an issue that put me in the hospital for almost a month, and it affected my heart, where you know, my heart rate or my function dropped from its normal, whatever it was, to only 15% function. Now, that was scary because I was on life support. And being on life support, you know, the doctors had decided that I needed to have a pacemaker implant. And in order to bring my heart rate, its function back up to 45%, this pacemaker was necessary. So they wouldn't let me leave the hospital without it. Okay, so I agreed to that. A year went by, all right? And that 45% was my plateau. And I stayed at 45%, but I'm a busy person. I've been a hairdresser for 40 years, and you know, I work with my wife in her real estate. I love to do interior decorating, furniture upholstery, you know, all kinds of active stuff that require physicality. Then I was also visiting my doctor on a regular for an EKG, and that for an entire season that I had the implant, the same message came across with the 45%. Now, the first thing that I noticed, or 6 weeks after just wearing the patch, as a matter of fact, this is my 11th month anniversary coming up right now of wearing the patch, and I've been wearing it ever since I first started. Now, only 6 weeks after wearing the patch, my heart rate went from 45% infraction to 60% infraction. Now, that means that right now my heart is functioning 100% on its own. Now, again, all those other benefits are great, but nothing can compare to the surprises that I've received, the blessings that I've received in the way of good health in regards to this patch. The doctors have told me many times, listen, whatever you're doing, keep on doing it. As a matter of fact, my cardiologist told me that they have never heard of anyone going from a 45% infraction to a 60% infraction. Now, that was just 6 weeks. You've heard the case studies. All I have to say is this is a phenomenal product, and it's now a lifestyle for me. And whoever's on this call, and hearing this for the first time, I suggest that you make it a lifestyle too. And Verdita, I'm going to turn it back over to you. I hope that was enough. And I just want to bless everybody on this call.
Wow, I'm pretty sure everybody was blown away, Jeffrey, as I always am every time I hear your testimony. I hope you all understand how serious this situation is for a lot of people. This is what we mean when we say life-changing. And it could be life-saving. I mean, you know, of course, our bodies are healing themselves, but it's that energy flow that is generated with it. This patch is opening up the energy and increasing the energy in our cells, reversing our aging and putting us in a youthful state. And that simply means that we're young like babies, okay? And I mean, if we keep wearing this patch, we might end up being like an infant. I'm joking. But yeah, listen, I tell you, but I know you see what we're saying now, as far as you know, what this is doing for people. So now, once again, phenomenal testimonies. And I'm pretty sure by now, I'm trying to move the screen. There we go. So listen, we really don't have enough time to go over everything that you need to know about this patch, or you may want to know about this patch, because, you know, we have physicians, as I said, on our team. They want to hear about the case studies that's on this page right here called thisisit.info.com. They want to hear other physicians' reviews. They want to hear more information in general. So you go to thisisit.info.com, do your own research, and that's where you're going to find the research, okay? Now, let me tell you a little bit more about the company LifeWave. It's a 19-year-old company. It was doing about 20 million a year for the first 17 years. And then all of a sudden, as you can see in this, you can barely see this line, but this growth chart reflects what happened after the X39 came along. Remember, we had, you know, other patches, but the X39 again is the masterpiece. And so the company blew up from 20 million a year to now over 320 million a year in the last 3 years, you guys. Well, it's grown gradually, but you see it's going all the way up. And we're in over 75 countries. So this is not like a Me Too product that you can get from most companies, like a weight loss or skincare products or supplements. I mean, you can get those anywhere, like even at Walmart, but we're talking about something that is patented that no one has access to as far as marketing except for LifeWave. Now, I don't know what's most important in your life, but everything that you see on this screen, you know, is really important. Your family is important. And for me and my husband, we want to be around. We may live a long time like a lot of people do, but when we're 80 or 90 years old, we want to be healthy. We want to be energetic, so no one has to wait on us hand and feet and to, you know, take care of us. That's important. We want to have quality time with our family. I want to be able to do what I need to do or want to do and that's called time freedom. See, some people make a lot of money. And a lot of times we look at them from afar and say, ooh, you know, they're so successful and all this. But many times those people that are millionaires or make a lot of money, they don't have the time to enjoy it. They're really busy all the same time. What we're looking for, you guys, is lifestyle. And so we have something called residual income that we're about to tell you about. And residual income allows you time freedom. Security is important. Listen, do you know that every once in a while you hear them talking about on the news and Congress is talking about Social Security? They want to take it away. Some of them do, but you know, that may not be here in a few years. You have to consider what can you do to support your own self. And see, we're retirement age. My husband and I are retirement age, but we don't want to live off of retirement income. We want to be able to do what we need to do, travel, and of course, we're hoping to continue to enjoy better health as long as we're using this patch. Less debt. All of these things, you guys, guess what? It costs money. It takes money to sustain a lifestyle like this, okay? Now, let me introduce you to how you will be compensated if you decide to not just use this patch, but if you decide to do what we're doing, many of us on this call are doing, and that is to catch the vision of David Schmidt. His vision is to get this patch in every household worldwide. We're already in 75 countries. But if you see the importance of this and you realize there are people you know and care about, and then they know people that they know and care about, and so on and so on. This is why the company is going in momentum, because we are spreading the word, but the company literally compensates us for doing that. And I'm going to show you how you can get access to these patches in a moment. But what I want to tell you right now is if you decide that you would like to get some of these patches, remember, I hope you can see my camera. The patches come in this beautiful packaging. It's in this little envelope, then it goes into this beautiful blue envelope. If you get one of these packages that we'll explain later, you fall into something called a binary compensation plan. You will be building this for you, and you started sharing it with people. Some of them are going to fall on your left, some of them are going to fall on your right. We can control how they fall, but you're building two teams, a left team and a right team. Once you get 4 people on your team, and they get a silver package, well, I'll describe that in a moment, or above, then you have positioned yourself to be what we call a manager. You become a manager, and you position yourself to earn up to $25,000 per week in the binary. Now, I don't know if you really understand how significant that is, but $25,000 a week is like over $1 million a year just in this one way of pay. And we already have people earning this and exceeding this, you guys. This is huge. In other words, this compensation plan is very, very lucrative. Now, let me tell you something about me. I'm a numbers person, but what got me, what got me about this business was not the money, because I'm definitely able to look at the compensation plan and make some assessments. But what got me was what it was doing to help people. So my husband and I, we couldn't wait to get our package, because we had so many people. I mean, we were anxious, really anxious to share it with as many people as we could, not because of the money. And that's the honest truth. But guess what? Every single person, let's say this was you. Remember, you just signed up. You start telling all your friends. Some of your friends are going to be really, really sharp. What if one of your friends was Jeffrey? You heard Jeffrey's testimony. Trust me, Jeffrey's telling everybody he knows about this patch because it has changed his life. What if Jeffrey earned $1,000 in the binary this week? You're going to get 25% of what he earns in the binary, and the company is not going to take money from his income. It's going to give you this in addition to what he earned. So you just made $250. But what if there were 10 people that you shared this with, like Jeffrey? And this probably can happen. That's $2,500 you would make, because 10 people made $2,500. Made 1,000. You got 25%. You just made $2,500 just on 10 people. Many people, there are people on this call right now, I know for a fact, that have referred 60 people, 70 people. And as some of those people start earning money in the comp plan, they get 25% in the binary. What if Jeffrey went and shared this with 10 people, And those other 9 people that you shared with did the same thing. Now there's 100 people on your second level. What if all of those 100 people earned $1,000 in the binary? That's $100,000, you guys, and you're getting 20% of that. That's 20. And that's just based on everybody getting 10 people. I just explained to you, some people are sharing it with 60 and 50 and 40 people. But guess what? Those people are going to share. In other words, the first, second, and third levels of matching bonuses are not based on one person. It is based on all the people in your organization. By the way, I'm going to back up because I want to make something crystal clear to you. In this binary, this is to infinity. There will be hundreds and possibly thousands of people eventually going to fall under you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You won't even know who these people are. You won't even have enrolled these people, but someone above you may have enrolled them and they fell under you on that left side or the right side. But you, guess what? You get paid on those people. And therefore, that's why the binary is so strong, is because you're getting paid on a lot of people. Trust me, you're going to be so amazed when you start seeing that volume come and you start getting paid in the binary. This is why we know that people are going to make $1,000 a week in the binary. We know people are going to make $2,000 a week. We know people are going to make $5,000 a week and $20,000 a week in the binary. Why not you? Now, I'm not sure what just happened here. Something, let me see if I can go. Oh, there we go. All right. So then I told you I was going to explain to you how you can get started. And I just want, there's several ways you can get started, but I want to talk about these 3 because I think these are very significant. The first package I want to tell you about is called the silver package. Now, if you're the kind of person that you said, well, you know what, I just want to use this, or me and my husband, we want to use this every day. We believe in the science. We understand what's going on. We want to get that silver package. That's the kind of package you would want to get if you're just wanting to be what we call a customer. Now, you could be a customer by, going to someone's site and purchasing a sleeve of this. We call them sleeves, but you're going to pay $150 per sleeve. Whereas if you do the silver package, 2 things are going to happen. You're going to save money. You're going to save $50 for every sleeve. So now you get 3 for $100 for $300, and you get a chance to be in the binary. Because I was talking with a person today that this person has started talking to everybody, not even thinking about a business. But in turn, the person is going to get paid because they came in to the binary. Just by default, they start telling everybody because they're so amazed at what's happening to them. The gold package is for someone that knows straight up they want to be a business builder. They want to share with other people. You need enough of these packages so that inside these packages are 30 patches. You need enough to share, maybe 3 to 5 patches with your friends so they can get an experience. When they get that experience, guess what? They're going to come back and want more. Okay, so 5 sleeves come in a gold package, and then they throw in another sleeve, a half a sleeve for free. So you get a little bonus for that. But the gold package allows you to get promoted in the comp plan, okay? If you get the diamond package, if you're a serious entrepreneur like myself, me and my husband, we didn't get the package because of that reason. We just turned out to be serious. But we got this package because we had a huge vision. We wanted to help as many people as we could. And guess what? When you help as many people as you can, guess what? You're going to turn around and earn a lot of money, because this product, you just heard testimonies, is changing people's lives. They will run you down because they want the product, but you got to have enough to share. In addition to that, if you want to stay active so that you receive all this volume, all these points that are generated in the binary, you want to be on what we call an auto ship or a monthly subscription. Why? Because if you do not, your points are going to flush. So if you get one of these sleeves per month, it's going to be $99. And you're going to get enough for you to use by yourself. You're not going to have enough to share with other people. And also in the binary, you can only earn $100 a week. Okay. If you get 2 sleeves, it's going to cost you $200 a month or $199. You're going to keep all your points, but now you get to max out the comp plan. I heard a person the other day tell me there's a guy on her team that's only doing 1 sleeve a month. And guess what? She says if he just placed 1 order for 2 sleeves, the volume that's on his left and right, it will pay him $900. And all he has to do is spend another 100 for it to happen. That's what we mean about the potential to max the comp plan. You can't do that with one sleeve. So let's just be smart about it. Let's go, and not only that, let's help people. You cannot help people you cannot share with people if you only got one sleeve, because you won't be using it yourself. That's if you want to use it yourself. So the time is now, you guys, to make your move. I don't know how serious you are about your dreams, but if you're serious about your dreams, we hope that what we've shared with you tonight will allow you to see the potential here. Now, I have a person that I am looking for on this Zoom, and I'm having a problem finding this person. And so I think I'm just going to have to, I'm going to have to pass for tonight, because I wanted to introduce you to someone that also has had a lot of success with this, with what we're doing here. And I wanted you to see her vision, because she's just a really, really sharp individual. But we're just so thankful that she partnered with us, because, you know, she's seen this picture before. She's seen where a company was going straight into momentum. And because she partnered with us, it was because of the product, you guys. This product right here is just phenomenal. So listen, with that being the case, I want to thank you all for joining the call tonight. It is recorded, so we'll get it out to you if you request it. But again, my name is Verdita Monk. My husband and I are senior presidential directors with LifeWave, and we are so incredibly happy to have spent this time with you this evening. Good night.